Part 7c. The following figures show the mRNA transcribed from two short lengths of DNA. Using the information following, complete the correct sequence of amino acid for each mRNA molecule. So we're given at the bottom of the page, we're given a table that helps us translate it. So we need to identify our first triplet, which, looking at the mRNA strand, would be AUG. So we're identifying just this triplet first of all, AUG. So the first thing we must do is identify what the first base is. So we go to A. We know that our second letter is U. And then we identify our third letter as G. So therefore we can conclude that our first amino acid is MET. We then go again for the second one and do exactly the same thing. We identify what our triplet is. So in this case, the second protein, we've got UUC. So we'd identify U as our first base, U as our second base, and then the final base is C. So therefore we've got PHE. For the third code, CAG, we'd then go to C as our first base, we would go across to A as our second base, and then we would identify our third base as G, which would give us GLN. And then we've got the triplet code UGG, so U as our first base, along to G as our second base, and the final of the bases is G, so we have TRP. And the final one, UGA, we'd go to U as our first base, G as our second base, and A as our final base, and we can see that that is the stop codon, which would stop translation happening. And the amino acid sequence for both of these strands is the same.